Hey guys, with over 800 of the few thousand comments on yesterday's video all asking me to go over option 1, that being this video, here it is. I was blown away by the number of likes in the last episode. You guys really came through for me, and because of that, I'm going to be giving away a lightsaber in this weekend's animated video, which should drop tomorrow. I also want to give away today one new graphic novel of your choice from Amazon to a random viewer in the comments, and have that shipped out to you right away, if we hit that number again in this video. Just simply say hi in the comments or give me your input on the end of the video's discussion regarding the next animation. Only hit like if you enjoyed this video though. Don't give out likes to anyone on YouTube, including myself, if you generally didn't like the video. Anyways, we'll talk more at the end. Why did Obi Wan lose to Count Dooku in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones? While it's heavily debated that Obi Wan lost to Dooku twice, however, defeated Anakin in Episode 3, who killed Dooku, circling back to our original question and not really making much sense. Now, while I don't have to say that Lucas wanted to create more of a character development towards Anakin leading into Episode 3, there is lots of unknown information here, just for the regular Star Wars movie watcher. So let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Dooku was known as one of the most talented lightsaber duelists in the entire galaxy. That's saying something. He trained Qui Gon Jinn, who, as we know, trained Obi Wan. So right off the bat, we can attest to the fact that Obi Wan won't be as skilled as the master of his master, just like a photocopy of a photocopy will never be more clear than the original. We must also look at the fighting styles. Dooku was a Form 2 practitioner, which was a saber style dedicated specifically to saber versus saber combat, something that was far more common in the old days of the Republic and the Sith Empire. This form was somewhat extinct in the Jedi Council, which is one reason it was such a traumatizing realization for them to see Dooku leave and turn to the dark side. I would put good odds against Dooku holding his very own against Mace Windu, especially if he could handle Yoda the way he did before he escaped. By the time of the Clone Wars, Form 2 combat was something so rare and uncommon that devoting substantial time to the study of it was considered unnecessary by the Council. Dooku voiced his opinions on this foolish movement by the Jedi, who stopped teaching it, and he seized every available opportunity to show them why. He studied Form 2 extensively, as well did all the Sith, since they were guaranteed to come into a saber fight at some point with Jedi. Now, while Obi-Wan was a master of Sorsu, the defensive combat fighting style which focused on tiring the opponent out and blocking all of their attacks, he was still no match for Dooku's ability and Form 2 fighting style. Now I'm going to add something here that a lot of people may not know. Qui-Gon's rejection to be on the High Council was partly due to his belief in taking life as what you see, at the very moment, instead of projecting thoughts and scenarios into the future, just like how the Council did when they were first reacting to Anakin being trained as a boy. This style of thought did slightly leak onto Obi-Wan, and you can see it in this fight here. His inexperience at this stage standing up to Tyrannus is what led him to this scene where he was so blindsided by focusing on the events at hand in pushing the lightsaber back to the middle like an arm wrestling match, that he didn't really see how he had completely dropped his guard and left himself open, slicing his arm and left kneecap, leaving him defeated and ready to be killed vertically until Anakin jumped in and saved him. That is, until Yoda's arrival. Thanks for watching this episode. It was pretty obvious and short as to why Dooku won. However, I believe going to some of their fighting styles and details and backstories of Qui-Gon really made it a little more understandable. I hope you're all excited for tomorrow's little animation in the What If Anakin Trained Luke and Leia Part 2 and the lightsaber giveaway to come with it. I want you all to remember that this is a low poly animation, so the point is to give you an image of the fanfiction instead of the usual just pictures. And this was all done in about a week's time. Now, for those who saw the last few videos and remember my announcement about a full-fledged animation, to a much better caliber than this video even, my team and I have decided to do Boba Fett versus Iron Man in a full-out battle. The teaser should drop sometime near the end of December or early January, with the final product complete in mid to late January if all goes well. What do you think about this topic, or this versus battle rather? Do you guys like it? Do you have any other suggestions? I mean, it's still open to interpretation. We haven't really started, only mainly storyboarding and figuring out the price of all the different things that we need to buy in order to make the video up to a high standard. You guys know my imagination. There's some pretty good stuff coming that I just don't want to give up quite yet. How do you guys feel about this? I'd love your feedback. It's the only way the channel can get better. What kind of animation would you like to see in the future, aimed for spring after the first one? It could be something like Windu versus Anakin as suggested by a few of you, or even like a Crossworld type Vegeta versus Darth Maul. which would be absolutely insane in my opinion, as Vegeta is one of my favorite all-time characters outside of Star Wars. Let's hear it below. Good luck to the contest winner today and tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Take care, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, but until then...
May the Force be with you.
Now, fulfill your destiny.